So hello and welcome back to Stamps from New South Wales. My name is Glenn and today I'll be your presenter. So during the colonial time, each of the Australian colonies produced their own stamps, and New South Wales was one of the first in 1850. So the actual earliest stamp I actually have here is from the 1860s to 63, and that is the large sixpence in the violet colour. So this actually has a portrait of Queen Victoria. I don't actually have a catalogue, so I'm not too sure who actually designed this stamp. The online catalogues actually don't show who actually designed it. But this stamp actually has a value of about $10 in this condition. And if we have a look at the actual stamp itself, you can see sixpence, New South Wales postage. It's been a bit handled. The perforations didn't go through all of them. And on the back, looks like it was hinged at some time, and it's actually been written on. So I'm not too sure what that actually means. In pencil, so they used to write it in pencil, probably the actual value of the actual stamp. But these ones were not too common. Being $10 means that they were common but not too common. And if you actually want it in unused, you're probably talking about $150 or thereabouts. So then we actually have the other stamps. So these two are actually damaged, so that's definitely going to impact on the actual price of the actual stamp. Then we have the second one. This started to be printed and used in 1862. So you got like 14 perforations, 13 perforations, and this one's probably from a later issue. It's in like a bluish color. So this is probably from the 1871 issue, as a younger portrait of Queen Victoria. Tuppence, which it actually cost. And this one is probably worth, if it wasn't damaged up there, probably $1.50 because it's actually been used. But with the actual damage, it's probably not really worth that much. And that one, you got the 1882 version, which is worth about 30 cents in used condition. And these ones here, we'll look at that last, but stamp duty, but you get ones with postage over the top. This has been hand cancelled, and they're worth about $200 in cancelled condition. Then we actually have another stamp. So this is been a bit damaged. Oh, get off. So this is actually representing the 100 years of New South Wales. So 100th anniversary of the British Crown colony. So New South Wales was actually the first colony. This one in news, you're probably talking about 50 cents. But because it's actually been damaged, pretty much not really worth that much. So pretty common. Also, it actually has been damaged on the back. You can see the perforations actually didn't remove all the paper. So that is actually a nice stamp. It actually has, looks like a view of Sydney. So that is an indication that not all New South Wales stamps actually had Queen Victoria. So this one came with the emu stamp. So this has also been damaged, you can see down there. And the 2 pence in blue, yeah, worth about 50 cents. I look at it, the catalogue, and say 30 cents, so it's in US dollars, so it's worth about 50 cents Australian. But with the actual damage, also not worth much. This is just a filler, and you can see it's actually been cancelled. Can't see the date. Looks like it's hand cancelled actually. Maybe is that 91, 11? I can't really tell. If you look on the back, yeah, it's been hinged more than once, and someone's put stick tape on it. So that is those two issues. Then we have New South Wales with the actual arms. So if we actually have a look, so this one's November 23rd, but we actually don't have the year. And this stamp was first issued in 1897. And with the 1 pence stamp, should actually be very common, yeah. When it's cancelled, it's worth about 50 cents. Uncancelled, very common, you know, $2.50. So this is probably one of the most common stamps from New South Wales you'll actually see. And the actual stamp duty stamp, I'm not too sure what date it's actually from. So this one started to be used in 1885, but that one actually was a full green without the purple on the border. And that is actually not one of these. I would say this is probably used after Federation. So I'm not too sure how much those ones actually cost. If anyone actually knows, please leave a comment down below. Yes, I am unable to actually find even an image of this stamp on the internet. So yeah, more information is definitely needed for this one. So I know what it is, I just don't know what the date or the actual value of this stamp is. So anyway, thank you very much for watching my video, and in the future I'll be making more videos on stamps. A lot of them will be older stamps, but like this beauty, and thank you very much.